shadows in the night and the heavy price of honor. The night air hung thick with despair and regret in the silent courtyard, where a father's broken whisper carried the crushing weight of a tragic choice. "Child, forgive me," he murmured, his voice trembling as if every word tore at his soul. "To save that unfortunate one, I was about to sacrifice my own daughter, my own child. Now, who will marry my rejected daughter? She has been turned away, cast aside. Who will take her hand now?" His grief hung heavy in the air, unanswered, as the tragic reality of tribal honor took its devastating toll. Meanwhile, far away from the heavy sorrow of the courtyard, a sharp contrast played out in the brightly lit quarters of the compound. Laughter and playful banter masked the underlying tension as cards clicked against the wooden surface. "You can't move this piece," a young woman protested, pointing an accused finger across the board with a dramatic gasp. "I've knocked them out 2 or 3 times already. I swear to God, she's cheating." "I am not," came the swift, playful rebuttal, but the moment of light-hearted warmth was short-lived. The heavy, metallic sound of a door sliding open shattered the atmosphere. Zafran Khan stepped into the room, his countenance dark, unyielding, and sharp as a drawn blade. The playful air evaporated instantly. "Torsum," Zafran commanded, his voice low, firm, and leaving no room for debate. "You must leave right now. Take the mountain path with your companions. My men are waiting for you on the other side of the ridge. They have arranged a safe haven for you and your men." Torsum stood up, his jaw set, defiance flaring in his young eyes. "Uncle, do you want me to run away like a coward at this hour of the night?" "This isn't cowardice," Zafran snapped back, closing the distance between them. "This is a tactic of war. I don't want your kind of strategy." Torsum spat back, throwing his hands in the air. "I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. Let Sarbulanth come. We'll deal with him face to face. Don't get emotional." Zafran hissed, grabbing Torsum by the shoulder and dragging him closer so his voice wouldn't carry. "Think of the greater benefit. The bigger picture. Tomorrow, you have to become the leader of Garhai Aleph Khan, after we eliminate Sarbulanth Khan and Sorab Khan. You want to be the Sardar, don't you?" Torsum glared, his chest heaving, but Zafran pressed on, his tone softening into a manipulative, persuasive whisper. "Look at me. Sometimes, for a bigger gain, taking 2 steps back isn't stupidity, my boy. It is wisdom. And if they think you got scared? Let them think that. Let them gloat. And what will the tribesmen say, uncle?" Torsum demanded, his voice cracking with humiliation. "You've already ruined my honor by offering a marriage proposal, offering a woman in exchange to settle a blood feud. I can't just run. I can't go. Let the people of the tribe think whatever they damn well please." Zafran roared softly, his grip tightening like iron on Torsum's arms. "Right now, your survival is paramount. But you just won't listen. Uncle, Oh, that's enough." Zafran cut him off sternly. "Don't you understand what I'm telling you? I am speaking for your own good, your own future. Don't you trust me?" Torsum stared at the man who had guided his entire life. The defiance drained from his posture, replaced by exhausted submission. "Uncle, what are you saying? I trust you more than I trust myself." "That's my boy," Zafran whispered, his voice smoothing over like silk. He wrapped an arm around the young man's shoulders, drawing him into a brief, heavy embrace. "Go, son. Go now. Your uncle is right here. Nothing will touch you." Zafran pulled back and gestured sharply toward the door. "Kurban Khan." "Yes, Khan Ji," the loyal henchman stepped forward from the dark threshold. "Take him. Put him in the car through the back route. Make sure no one sees you." "Right away, Khan Ji." Act 2, Ghosts of the Past. Deep within the fortress of the rival estate, the shadows held a different kind of pain. Bibi John sat by the window of her grand, dimly lit room, staring out into the pitch-black night. Her eyes were rimmed with red, her hands resting motionless on her lap. A gentle knock echoed at the doorway. "Bibi John? May I come in?" She turned her head slowly to see Sarbulanth standing in the soft archway, his tall frame etched with the heavy burden of leadership he had suddenly been forced to bear. "Come in, Sarbulanth, come in, my son." Sarbulanth stepped inside softly, his footsteps silent on the thick Persian rug. He knelt beside her chair, looking up into her tired face. "Are you crying, Bibi John? You haven't slept yet?" "And you haven't slept either," she said softly, reaching out to gently touch his cheek. "It's just the regrets of the past, Sarbulanth. They won't let me sleep." "Are you worried because of what happened in the jirga today?" he asked quietly. "Son." A heavy tear finally escaped her eye, glinting in the faint lamplight. "All the old wounds have opened up again. They've started to bleed all over again." When Zafran brought up the idea of Swara, offering a girl in exchange for blood, it brought back the ghost of Zarsanga. She closed her eyes, her voice quivering with a grief 24 years old. 24 years ago. I wish I hadn't hardened my heart so much. If only I had shown a little more compassion back then, I wouldn't have suffered such a monumental loss today. If he had truly considered me his mother, if he had looked at the three of you as his real, blood brothers, then maybe none of this blood spilled today would have ever happened. Everything that is collapsing around us today is the harvest of all that old hatred. Don't think like that, Bibi John, Sarbulanth urged gently, taking her frail hands into his own strong palms. Please, it's not good for your health. What is past. We cannot rewrite yesterday. If we must worry, we should worry about today. And what will you do now? Bibi John looked deep into his eyes, her maternal fear rising. Look at me, son. Zafran is a cowardly, despicable enemy. I do not expect him to abide by traditions, rules, or the principles of the council. He will strike from the shadows. Sarbulanth stood up, walking toward the window and looking out into the silent night. Things are not what they seem on the surface, Bibi John. There is something lurking in the shadows that we are unable to see clearly. Torsam killed Dil brother, yes. But there is a piece of this puzzle that doesn't fit. Something is deeply wrong, and that is what keeps bothering me. Miles away, under the cover of dense, treacherous fog, a dark vehicle snaked along a narrow, dangerous mountain trail. Inside the commander's quarters, an associate stepped up to Zafran Khan, bowing his head respectfully. Mr. Khan, we have successfully sent Torsam Khan through the Black Mountain Path. God willing, he will reach the hidden camp by morning. Zafran nodded, a cold, calculating smile playing on his lips. Suddenly, the heavy doors swung open. Rustam Khan burst into the room, his eyes blazing with fury, his breathing ragged. Zafran Khan, enough. Rustam roared, his voice echoing off the high stone walls. You took his life, and now you stand there talking nonsense to me? He started the fight, brother. Zafran shouted back, stepping forward defensively. His men were stealing water from our fields. When I got there to settle it, they began behaving like thugs and picked a fight with us. They didn't kill any of our men. Rustam bellowed, his fist slamming against the wooden table. And in response, you went and murdered their leader's own brother? Faryasab Khan insulted you to my face. Zafran snarled, his eyes wide with fiery passion. I saved your honor. My honor. The honor of this entire tribe. You haven't saved our honor. Rustam barked, stepping right into Zafran's face. You've put our honor at stake, you brainless scoundrel. You've dragged us into a war. Rustam, brother, Zafran said, forcing his voice into a chilling calm. No matter what happens, I will not offer Zarsanga in exchange for a settlement. She is my sister. I didn't come here to ask for your damn opinion. Rustam snapped. I am not asking. Zafran spat, his tone turning to ice. I am telling you. I have already made the offer of Zarsanga in the tribal council. And her Nika is fixed with Hayat Khan for this Friday. Do you understand me, you fool? Rustam staggered back as if struck, his jaw slack with disbelief as Zafran turned his back on him and walked out into the corridor. Left alone in the dim, echoing hallway, Rustam slumped against the cold stone pillar. The silence of the night pressed in on him, heavy and suffocating. I've been left all alone. Rustam whimpered to the empty room, tears finally breaking through his weathered face. I've become completely alone. Brother. I considered you my elder. I respected you so much. He looked up at the ceiling, arguing with the memory of his brother. Zarsanga and I were your siblings. Yes, we were step-siblings, but despite that, whenever you said, Zafran, stand up, I stood up. When you said, sit down, I sat. When you raised your hand and slapped me across the face, I lowered my gaze and didn't utter a single word of protest. Because you were my elder. I kept enduring it all. His voice broke into a tormented sob, echoing down the vacant passage. And what did you do to us in return? My sister was disgraced, wasn't she? And today your own daughter has been dishonored. Yes. But at least my sister was taken by the enemies, your daughter was rejected by them. Who will marry your daughter now, brother? Rustam collapsed to his knees, punching the stone floor in agony. You treated us like step-siblings, didn't you? So go, brother. I have played my part as a stepbrother too. I have blackened your face. I have left your daughter unable to show her face anywhere in this valley. Go. I've left her with nothing. His bitter, shattered laughs morphed into guttural sobs, reverberating through the dark, cold stone walls of the mansion. Act 3, Whispers of the City and Hidden Fires. Far removed from the rugged, blood-soaked mountains, the quiet morning light filtered softly through the pristine white curtains of a modern city apartment. Mudassir stepped out into the living room, his eyes scanning the quiet space until he found his young bride sitting silently near the balcony, staring blankly at her hands. This early in the morning? Mudassir asked gently, approaching her with a soft smile. She blinked, startled out of her reverie, and looked up. I just woke up early, so I thought I'd just sit outside for a bit. Mudassir crouched beside her chair, studying her gentle face. Are you sad? You're missing Uncle Ayaz and Tayab, aren't you? I know. She lowered her gaze, biting her lip. I miss them a lot. All right then. Mudassir declared cheerfully, taking her hands. We're going to Kashmir this very weekend. No excuses. Not at all, she replied quickly, a tiny, grateful smile breaking through her melancholy. You are joining your office starting today, and your work is very important. We can go some other time. Besides, they haven't even settled in properly yet. If we go now, we might just be a burden to them. Okay, Mudassir laughed, standing up and pulling her up with him. Come on, get ready. You get ready for the office, and you get ready and I'll let you make breakfast. But this sad face won't do. I like my wife when she's laughing and smiling. Give me a smile. She let out a soft, genuine laugh, her eyes brightening. All right, go get ready. I'll make breakfast for you. Meanwhile, in another part of the town, an old rural courtyard was coming to life. An old man stood near the hand pump, calling out to a young boy. Get out. Come on, come here. Drink some water and wash up. The boy ran over splashing water happily. Just then, the old man's phone rang. He wiped his hands on his cloth and answered it. Assalamu alaikum, uncle, came the vibrant voice of young Bia over the speaker. Wa alaikum assalam, my dear Bia, the old man, Ayaz, beamed. How are you, my child? How is Tayyab? I'm fine, uncle. Tayyab is good too, he just left for school. And uncle, you know my cousin Javed? Yes, of course. I'm thinking of starting a small roadside restaurant, a dhaba, with him, Ayaz shared proudly. Oh, really? Bia's voice lifted with genuine excitement. Well, that would be wonderful. Starting a restaurant alongside farming will give you a steady income. That is so good to hear. Ayaz paused, his smile softening into a look of deep, fatherly concern. How are you, Bia? Really? I'm okay. I'm fine, she said softly. You don't sound like it, Ayaz noted gently, his tone laced with intuition. Are you happy, my child? Mudassir takes good care of you, doesn't he? Mudassir is very good, Bia answered instantly, her voice filled with respect. He takes great care of me, loves me, and respects me completely. Then what's the matter, dear Bia? Ayaz asked softly. I don't hear that true happiness in your voice. My Bia used to be cheerful even while eating a piece of dry, stale bread with plain chutney. What is troubling you? A heavy silence lingered on the line before Bia let out a soft, trembling sigh. I don't know why, uncle. I try very hard to be happy, but I can't seem to feel it from the heart. It feels like I don't belong here. It's like a small plant has been uprooted from its native soil and forcibly planted in another. That's how I feel every single day. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I instantly remember our mud house in the village, and then I can't get back to sleep. Everything is new right now, my child, Ayaz comforted her tenderly. Slowly, you'll get used to city life. How can anyone forget their roots, uncle, she whispered, her voice choking up. I never dreamed of getting married. I never dreamed of living in a grand city. I was so happy in our village, with our little roadside eatery, with you, and with Tayyab. I was content with my simple life. I don't know, maybe I'm not explaining it right, but life here feels so difficult to me right now. Maybe it will take time to adjust. When a daughter gets married and goes to her new home, Ayaz explained with deep wisdom, in the beginning, she misses her own home and her family fiercely. But slowly, gently, she makes the new home her own. You will get used to it too, my child. The most important thing is that Mudassir is a noble, kind, and decent man. He keeps you happy, so you must make sure to keep him happy too. God will take care of the rest. Stay safe, my child. Stay happy. I will, Uncle. Allah Hafiz. In stark contrast to Mudassir's gentle home, tension suffocated the grand living room of another estate. Noor stood near the doorway, watching her husband furiously pace back and forth, adjusting his shawl with aggressive motions. "Don't you even have time to look at me?" Noor asked, her voice laced with sharp hurt. Her husband didn't even pause. "There are so many problems and massive fires to put out right now. I don't even have time for myself, Noor, and what on earth are you talking about?" When a person is surrounded by problems and worries, they don't just abandon the relationships closest to them. Noor argued, stepping into his path. "I am your wife. I want your attention, your time." He stopped, glaring down at her with cold, irritated eyes. "My brother was brutally murdered. I cannot get his killer punished because he is roaming free, laughing in our faces. And all you can think about right now is love and romance?" Before she could respond, his phone buzzed violently. He snatched it up, listening for 2 seconds. "I'm on my way." "Where are you going?" Noor cried out as he brushed past her toward the exit. "You just got home." "I am not a child, Noor," he barked back over his shoulder without looking back. "I cannot just sit clinging to my wife's side while my house is on fire. I am in a state of war. I might be late tonight. Don't wait up. Go to sleep." The heavy front door slammed shut, leaving Noor standing alone in the cold, cavernous hall. Act 4, Domestic Warmth and the Storm on the Horizon. Night fell once again over the city. Inside Mudassir's home, the atmosphere was thick with the rich, mouth-watering aroma of freshly fried spices and warm flatbreads. Mudassir walked into the dining area, loosening his tie, a wide smile on his face as he saw Bia setting the table with meticulously prepared dishes. "How was your day?" Bia asked, offering him a warm glass of water. "Good. And yours?" "Good," she smiled. "I just spent the entire day receiving congratulations for the wedding," Mudassir laughed, taking a seat. "Oh, by the way, Sister Miriam called today. She was sending her warmest regards to you." "Wa alaikum assalam," Bia replied politely. "How is she? Is she doing well?" "She's fine, praise be to God. She was just a little worried about me, you know, since I'm the youngest in the family. But I told her, Sister, I am blissfully happy. I am enjoying the most delicious food made by my wife's own hands." He leaned in with a conspiratorial grin. "And today, you even packed me that grand lunch to take to the office, though it's another matter entirely that I didn't even get 2 bites of it." Bia paused, holding a serving dish. "Why? What happened?" "My colleagues ate every single bite." Mudassir laughed dramatically. "What shameless and greedy friends I have. They devoured my entire lunch and handed me their plain food instead. Absolute villains. But they praised your cooking to the high heavens. They kept saying, 'Brother Mudassir, please ask our sister-in-law to cook a feast for us.'" Bia tossed her head playfully, a genuine spark of humor in her eyes. "Oomph. Tell them to keep their compliments to themselves. They ate all your food. From now on, there is absolute zero need for you to share your lunch with anyone."